hopefully, if you get a notification, you'll be within the sound of my voice. And the voice that you are hearing is Reek, Reek of Tuku Khan, proprietor of Tuku Khan, and any other various content that you might find on this particular platform we known as CensorTube. But with that being said, hopefully people get the notifications, and if not, I'm speaking to the people that's catching the replay. That hopefully I should have it posted in the community section where I post affirmations to enlighten people's lives. When you may have doubts, you may want to gain a little clout. You may want to, whatever you read them for. Hopefully, they find you and find you well. Hopefully, it wakes your mind up to a different aspect of looking at particular things. But like I said in the brief description, it's going to be a short live stream. I figure that I haven't been on for quite some time. We're traipsing from March towards April. What they say, April showers bring May flowers. First one here, what's going on? I see you've been uh, commenting within the comment stream, and I appreciate that. Um, I'm glad they actually sent you out the notification. Many people that you normally subscribe to, they send those notifications out with no problem. But when it comes to my particular channel, what I choose to talk about, or who I choose to interview and talk about certain topics that maybe other people don't talk about, because you figure if you go to these highly promoted channels that are what's going on low, you go to these other channels, they're kind of chasing each other's tail. And when I say they're chasing each other's tail, they ask the same questions. What about this particular rap artist from 25 years ago? He said this. I mean, how much can you say about a particular topic of someone that's been, out of here that many years ago? I mean, I guess if you wasn't brought up within that era, you might be kind of fascinated with it. But coming from that era, it was publicized quite well. I mean, I don't know any other ways you can kind of speak about it. But I mean, I guess speaking to people that are from that, close to that person, it may be something that's almost like in the aspect of, thank you very much, Elvis Presley. If you're talking to the people that was around him, I guess you get another kind of aspect of how this man was living. I mean, one thing I know about that particular person, he enjoyed driving Cadillacs. I like Cadillacs. I'm kind of more on a Chevy Corvette pedal now, but yeah, Cadillacs was the thing and still are the thing in some cases. But yeah, I look at it. If you're gonna do an interview, approach it from a different perspective than anyone else. That you know kind of gives them a different insight, a different look, or I wasn't looking over here. They're trying to draw my attention in this particular aspect. Let me look at it in another kind of way. Okay, you said I got to the number one podcast. Everything else is watered down. P. Hey, I appreciate that. You said sometimes they be on that age restriction stuff, and I don't even understand with the age restriction. I mean, I guess they don't know what I'm gonna say, so it might go under age restriction until they actually review it. But I don't seen other people go live and not face those type of issues. And if and whoever hit the thumbs up, hey, I appreciate that for you supporting it. If they let you, sometimes they probably got that block where, oh, Reek's not letting people rate it. No, they just got it turned off because they don't want my stuff placed with other channels. But like I said, these other particular channels, they're either bought off by big corporations, you know, so the corporations are getting passed by this number one sensor tube that we're on right now, or you're a part, or not you, particular, but these particular broadcasters or podcasters are part of secret societies where they get different access than other people. You know, like I said, I've been at this since 2009. A sensor tool its inception was back in '05. So I've been on this platform for quite some time, done interviewed quite a lot of people. Matter of fact, I got certain interviews I can't even let go because I might have to be in the courtroom because it's unauthorized, and I don't do it like that. If the person don't know about or consent with the particular audio that I done caught, I can't release it. But it may be one day I will release it, and when I do release it, you'll be like, "Ooh, that's mind blowing! I didn't know you talked to that person." Matter of fact, there's a couple people on here that really rock with me that actually heard snippets of this particular interview that I'm actually talking about, and it's totally uncut. The way that they're talking, you will never catch them talking on any other platform like this because I have genuine conversations with genuine people. I don't try to, you know, play gotcha questions and things like that. That ain't what's up. And I don't throw out nothing that people don't want to hear. Like I didn't want that to be heard or anything. I don't do none of that kind of stuff. Oh, you said people starting to stop messing with Instagram. Well, I never messed with it. I mean, I actually had Rated Shot. He tried to create a page for me, but you know, we got too many people that don't want to actually do the work and try to duplicate your work and then pass it off as something else. And to me, those types don't get no stripes because they're they're not actually being themselves. They're playing off of someone else. Like I see a lot of what's it Facebook and things like that. People create fake pages of people or asking people for money and things like that under false pretenses and things like. I mean, to me there's nothing savvy about that. That's sucker shit, to the fullest. Oh, you said they try to erase. Yeah, algorithms play a big part, especially on this platform and other platforms. They'll mind what you're saying within there, and then they figure, well, the people don't want to hear this. We'll drop this down. Actually, what it is, you may be hitting on or sending too many links that have information where people be redirected on certain things that the governmental is trying to redirect the narratives. So that's what we find on this platform too. Like I said, the people that really get passes, to me, they're agents. And when I say agent, I'm not talking like an undercover cop or anything. It's higher than that. To me, it's like the alphabet agents, the plain clothes ones that wear regular clothes like you and me. They don't wear no badge. And well, I'm this person. You gotta be aware. No, they could be dressed like a plumber. They could be dressed like a bus driver. But they're an alphabet agent. They're sent here to divide and conquer, to cause this, dissension. The ones that are part of this crew, they get passes. That's how you know if they're still flourishing and got countless numbers and countless people up in there, and and it's not like, oh, you're hating because of this. No, if you see for your own self, it could be. Matter of fact, let me mention this. KK Diamond, she got a Twitter page, and her Twitter page was at 72,000. 72,000. That's not that's a quite a big number, but they struck her down. So it's suspended. So it's like it never even existed. Just like it's another particular YouTuber on this platform, Zachary Hubbard. He teaches gematria. He done had his channel struck down 24 times, if I'm not mistaken, 24 times, and had to create new accounts. So same goes with Instagram, same goes with Facebook pages and all that kind of stuff. Definitely Viacom. Viacom owns a lot of stuff. That's why, you know, It was at one point in time when cable was the thing, BT seemed like it was the thing and all that. But then it's like they all came under the same umbrella. Viacom bought VH1, Viacom bought BT. They got links in with MTV. So they're all the same. They're under the same umbrella. They're directed by the same people that don't look like the people that they, promote the most on those particular platforms. Yeah, most definitely the First Amendment is a joke. To me, that's only applying to these corporations now. It's not complying to actual citizens. If you see on here, on this particular platform, they say, oh, it's community guidelines. Like, okay, you're saying the people that frequent this censor tube are agreeing with this. No, they like to see certain things and certain content, but you're blocking it. Oh, I don't think they would agree with it. No, this corporation that wants to tote a certain narrative is not toting that, but they want to hide it under, uh, uh, community. Like the people agree. No, it's these corporations that's mitigating all this. Yeah, hopefully everything is going well with everybody on here. You said, I got a girl in India. She told me about that Ukraine and Russia stuff weeks before it happened. Most definitely. But I look at it like this. What they don't talk about, all what we've been going through with this, the lockdowns and the so-called pandemics and things like that. They got actual biolabs, U.S., what I'm saying, in Ukraine. But they don't want to publicize that. They want to talk, look what Russia's doing and all this. Like, we're supposed to believe this. I don't think about it like this. I done said it in the community page. They allocated so much money to Ukraine. They're allocating so many Ukrainians to come over here. Okay, what happened to Flint? Flint still got bad water, but like, oh, that's yesterday's news. We don't want to talk about that. What about Yemen? They still bombing over there. I just heard they're bombing over in Somalia. Why ain't they talking about this? But we're supposed to be focused on Ukraine and all this kind of stuff. No, I ain't focused on any of that. Matter of fact, you would think if you ain't checked into it, check into the World Economic Forum and the things that they've been touting. It's like they're almost a say for a lot of these governments. Like, okay, your puppet leaders got to come here and kind of tout what we're talking about, what's going to be going on within these, certain key countries that we're, trying to seek more monopolies and more what's the word I'm looking for? Surveillance and like surveillance states and things like that. You said white folks fighting, white folks low key don't care. Yeah, it's just okay. Oh, it's such a dreaded thing. This has happened, but I done heard people that's over there and filming and showing ain't nothing going on, or you done been seeing things. Oh, look, they're bombing and doing all this, and then come to find out it's from a whole different area that's not even located there. They done show people having newscasts and people walking the street like normal. Like, oh, come on, man. You're not gonna get me to buy into this narrative where I'm supposed to be, believing this stuff. You said you seen that $1 billion post I was with a female. She said you just said that Tupac said if they got money for wars but can't feed the poor. Yeah. The economist. Yeah, the economist magazine. Matter of fact, I gotta find it. Someone has sent me a link. It's a meme. Well, it's not so much a meme, but it's a photo of, I want to say, one of the Economist magazines from, if I'm not mistaken, 1992, and it shows a syringe, and within the syringe, it got like it's showing like whatever the chemical is like, how the DNA strand goes, how they draw it. It's within the syringe. So basically, it's saying, it's going to be something that comes about that, essentially changes one's DNA, and that was back in 1992. I mean, 1992. We're in 2022. I mean, look how long ago that was. But now we're here right now. You know, you've been hearing about so many people being injured in having adverse effects. Matter of fact, I think it's either Pfizer or Moderna. One of them, the judge made it where they had to actually release all the side effects, and it's probably like 9 pages full of the side effects. And one of them was saying it could trigger, and I know some people probably got these particular people within their family, lupus. Just think about it. It triggers lupus. So if you don't have family members deal with that, you know how, some days they have good days and then they have their flare ups, and it's going all bad for them. So why would I want to put something within my bloodstream to trigger something that could maybe make me have a heart problem, or accelerate what you may already be having? To me, it seems like it's accelerator for anything that you got going on that may be bad and laying dormant. It wakes it up like, hey, let's wake up. It's some hospitals that need to make money off of you. You know, you said Chicago had 100 shots over the weekend. Where was the United Nations at? Most definitely, where were they at? They don't regard us as human beings. They all, we don't even want to report that. You think about it like this. Remember when Katrina happened? They tried to, look at all the refugees displaced. Refugees, we're United States citizens. People don't have family members. Why are you regarding them as that? But that's how you. That I mean, they say it's a mistake. We made a mistake in how we said that. No, you were speaking really how you think of how all kind of melanated people. Because I don't even like to say black people. Melanated people. Our pigmentation has melanin. That we're protected from the thing that they block every day in the sky. I've been noticing that too. I remember when I was a teen, you could actually see the sun rising real good in the morning. Now you kind of look up and like, why does it seem like it's always soupy around where the sun's at? Everywhere else it may be clear where the sun's not appearing, but where the sun's at, you really can't see it. You said people got vaccines and they still getting sick. My homegirl's mom got sick in church. Most definitely. To me, like I said, you can check. What is it? I think it's a medical encyclopedia, and I done had, because I have a nurse within my family. They try to downgrade it, but it's a medical book from 1989, a medical encyclopedia, and it names that particular thing that that corona is equal to the common cold. So essentially, they done rename the cold, they rename the flu, they rename pneumonia. They're renaming it so something so harsh and trying to put it to me. Any time the media get to talking about that scare stuff, I ain't scared of none of that. I shouldn't be scared of none of that. You know why should I? When you promoting something, that means you want to sell something. You need to do this. You could die if you don't do it. No, what happened to land of the free, land of the brave? It's like you trying to breed land of the chicken hearted, you know? And that ain't never been in my blood. And I'm quite sure it ain't been in y'all's blood either. You say, I can't trust the government that bombed their own country. Most definitely. Black Wall Street, most definitely what you talking about, you know? But, a lot of people ain't, taking heed to that. And if I know Low and I'll just say Time, y'all been speaking. It's other people laying dormant in here, but maybe it's like I said, those alphabet agents laying dormant and they don't want to say nothing. Maybe I understand it's people that's actually, on their job site and they can't, really say anything, and that's understandable too. Hopefully you get some time where you can, lay something in the comments a little bit later, or you catch the replay and be able to say something within the comments of about what I'm saying and what I'm reacting off of, what y'all adding to the situation. Yeah, solar panels. Yeah, my uncle was talking to me about that. Like, yeah, man, you put some of them solar panels on your house, and you offset your electric bill, and you can actually be getting paid for it. But where you see a positive, you always got to look and make sure what's the alternative side. Like, can you deal with the alternative side? Okay, say if you have an older home, hopefully you have your roof reinforced, because the weight of them solar panels is going to change the weight of your roof depending on what part of the country you're in. Like, say you have get snow. Okay, so you add them solar panels, and then you're adding probably the weight of the snow on top of that, because it got to be a metal framing to hold all that up there. So that's added weight that wasn't figured into when they constructed your house. So you got to kind of think about that and what the cost will be to reinforce that if you actually really want to do that, instead of just letting people just run up on your roof and throw them panels up there without factoring that in. You said preschool pipeline to prison. Most definitely is preschool pipeline to prison. Matter of fact, you see that with the Simon Says wear a mask. Simon Says you got to stand 6 feet. Simon Says it's like they implementing all this. Simon Says you can't jump on a bus without a mask. Simon Says we can kick you up out of this establishment if we feel that you put your mask down one time. I done seen too many videos posted on different platforms where the flight attendant, the guy had "Let's Go Brandon," and if you don't understand what "Let's Go Brandon" means, that's fornicate Joe Biden. I'm trying to say it in a nice way, but that's what it said. He said it on his mask. The flight attendant said, "Oh, you got to remove that. You got to put just a regular mask on." He removed it. He put another mask on. She said, "You know what? You're still getting kicked off the plane." Now, okay, if he took that off, why is he getting kicked off if he complied? This is what I'm talking about. It's like they don't like people that's not brainwashed. Like, wait a minute, why this is supposed to be a free country, but see, the rules are different. Okay, you're on a plane. This is totally different. I thought this is a free country. You're getting your money from people that are citizens in America. It ain't all coming from abroad. It's coming from people who live, work, and breathe within this country, this nation. Most definitely, Uncle Sam plays a cold game. He's in everyone's pockets and everyone's cell phones. That's another thing. You figure you get sent all these ads, and you're like, okay, you could be talking about something, and ad pop up for whatever you were talking about. They're listening to conversations. Well, I'll say it like this: they're per se not listening to conversations, because this is the new thing. The algorithm is picking up on what you're saying. Just like you figure you watch them TikTok videos, and sometimes they may be rapping a song, or saying whatever, but it sometimes it puts up every single word that you're saying. So it's uh algorithm listening to what you are actually saying, and logging it in. Be it just that little simple TikTok, but be it any other apps. That's why I kind of researched it, because I was thinking about TikTok. I was like, oh, that might be cool, but they do a lot of data mining too. That's why the main reason why I never got Instagram, because Instagram was once independent, but then they got bought up by Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, and I didn't feel him, because I still don't got no Facebook either. I know a lot of people that got it. I can still operate and look at things on what's that, Facebook Marketplace, but I don't actually got one. Algorithms equal feds. Hey, I like that assessment. That makes sense. Algorithms equals alphabet crews. You think all them particular crews, they infiltrate, the honest, hardworking American, as they don't like to say, you know. Just like in our state, I guess our governor's talking about, oh, we're gonna give a one-time stimulus of $500 to everybody. I'm like, okay? What's that for? The robbery that you done put people out of work and things like that. They couldn't go to work, and then they were back ordered on their rents and things like that. I mean, people not being able to operate business to maintain their restaurants, or whatever type of business that was going towards the public. To me, it's a day of trying to basically go to basically like how we see cryptocurrencies and things like that. They don't want people handling like actual tangible cash anymore, you know, because they want to be able to track you. It's almost like I might have to post a link so y'all can get reacquainted. You know, it's said and it's broken down in a more palatable way where you can understand it. But about social credit, China already implements it. And matter of fact, they said they do a lot of, I won't say so much social credit, but they're more on surveillance and technology in Ukraine. So that'd be another thing to look into. Why are there so much promoting them? You know, want to save them. Why? They're doing something over there that they want to bring over here, but they got to test it over there first because it's like they're the the little the test lab that they got going. With that being said, hey, I'm glad that everybody came in and you weighed in, and the people that hit the thumbs up, I appreciate you. The people that took time to put their comments up, time and low, hey, I appreciate you. And anybody else that's on the job site, hey, I'm glad you tuned in. I said it was gonna be a short one, 26 minutes. Traipsing towards 30 minutes. That's pretty good. Uh, I got some interviews lined up, and the things I'm be asking is some perspectives that I'm quite sure you never entertained or even thought about. Hopefully, once they post, or once I get done with them, I post them up. Make sure to check them out. You like, man, Reek, I I like what you said, or I didn't like what you say, or that's a different perspective. Maybe you can add this. Each one teach one. I'm not the holder of all ultimate questions to ask people, but I do my damnedest. And I appreciate you. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Time you said they put drugs in our food and use algorithms to monitor you online for offline activities to make us more predictable. Most definitely. You figure, oh, car, oh, I got GPS in my car already. It's tracking wherever you're going. Okay, he went over here for 20 minutes. Okay, he went over here and bought some soul food, and that soul food usually got this much calories or sodium and all this. He's eating this. They're knowing what your buying habits are, what you're eating. Okay. Oh, he must got indigestion. He done bought some Tums. I mean, they're tracking all this through a digital way. Okay, his face popped up on a camera that when he walked into the store, facial recognition and things like that. It's so many ways that we're tracked that a lot of people don't pay attention to. That'd be another thing that I have to break into. But hey, peace to you too, Low. Time. I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate you leaving your comments. I don't know if they deleted your comment on the KK one because I seen it come through and then it said it disappeared. So it could have been the algorithm. Oh, we don't want them talking about this how she was talking, because matter of fact they made that where I can't really monetize it. I'm like, okay, she's speaking her truth. I mean, if she want to do what she do, what's the problem? But they don't want other people hearing it. Like, that's gonna turn people. If people are gonna do what they want to do, however she talking crazy, if you feel it's crazy or wild, she gonna do it, and the other people gonna do it too. Hopefully, they're not illegal. If they ain't a legal capacity, what's the problem? You know, I try to, have real journalism, real, not no fake corporate ran. Oh, well, maybe you need to learn how to talk and convey questions like this. No, I'm gonna ask the real. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. If that's the case, I won't do it. But with that being said, I'm up out of here. Hey, everyone have a good night. Hopefully, depending on, let me see, what time is it? Well, I was gonna say if you on the East Coast, it's already Friday, but we ain't made it to that even on your side. But hopefully, everyone have a good night, and I'm out.